Coming up on Sports Weekly, we got volleyball highlights of Cajon taking on Redlands East Valley, plus Aquinas taking on Loma Linda Academy. And former San Bernardino Valley College basketball star Dominique Daniels Jr. leading CBU at March Madness. Plus, we got a lot of baseball to get to. We'll take you out to the County Clash at San Manuel Stadium. Check on the Summit Skyhawks. Plus, more baseball. San Gorgonio taking on Redlands East Valley, and Arroyo Valley taking on Grand Terrace. All that and more coming up on this edition of Sports Weekly on IEMG, and it starts right now. All right, here we go. Welcome to Sports Weekly on IEMG. I'm your host, Pep Fernandez. We appreciate you tuning in. So give this video a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. We're going to start with some volleyball and then some baseball here in this opening segment. The Citrus Belt League for boys volleyball is going to be unbelievable. Cajon is off to a strong start this season, and they've got John Ariant at the helm. Yes, the former Indian Springs head coach for volleyball and soccer, now taking over the Cajon program. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. But first, let's take you out to Redlands East Valley. Cowboys and Wildcats pick things up in the third set. Cajon in control, but here come the Wildcats. Andrew Hesseltine comes up with a big point there for Rev. We're tied at 16 in the third. And then Cajon's Adrian Fonseca to Nate Young. One of his 9 kills in the match for Cajon. And the Cowboys were up by 1. This time it'll be Fonseca to Edward Campbell, throwing it down. Big time spike by Campbell. And Cajon and Rev going back and forth here in the third. This time will be Hesseltine again off the block, and this one will tie the match at 22 in the third set. So the Wildcats trying to extend this match, get it to a fourth. Meanwhile, Cajon trying to close it out. That is Josh Fletcher. He owns the net. Bet. And the Cowboys get a much-needed point there. Then Cajon serving. That would be match point, up 24-22. Oh, but the Wildcats survive to live at least another point. And then it's going to be Landon Mlotkowski, the block. And it's 24-24. We're playing bonus coverage here in the third. It's going to be for the Cowboys, Young to Owen Morris. He had 13 kills in the match. And that one would put Cajon back into a match point position once again, and it will be Morris with the final score of the game coming up for the Cowboys as they win 25-21, 25-21, and right here in the third, 26-24 to complete the 3-set sweep against Redlands East Valley. Big win for the Cowboys in Citrus Belt League play. CBL is tough, man, but Cajon's got a really good squad. That was a big road win for the Cowboys. After the match, we caught up with the guy who led the team in kills, Owen Morris.
I mean, it's definitely helpful for us after coming off, 2 losses in a row, tough loss against Beaumont. I mean, I think it really helps us bounce back as a team. Like, a lot of guys' mentalities were really down after the Beaumont game. Took a tough loss, but getting back against Rev in straight 3, I mean, it really helps out the team around. Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of young guys, and it's really cool to see. I mean, it was kind of a new, fresh start for us. And so I think just improving on consistency, like there's a lot of talent and athleticism out there. So I think if we can just nail in on some consistency stuff, like we'll definitely have a chance.
All right, good stuff, Owen. We also caught up with Cajon head coach John Ariant. If that name sounds familiar, well, he was at Indian Springs launching the boys volleyball and boys soccer programs. In fact, for soccer, they won a SoCal Regional Championship, got to a CIF final. So he's had a lot of success. Now he's at Cajon trying to lead the Cowboys to the playoffs out of a very competitive CBL.
Like I said, I thought I'd never be a cowboy, but here I am standing and wearing green and on St. Patrick's Day supporting Cajon's volleyball program. I love the guys here. Athletic department is amazing. Love being back in volleyball. Oh, definitely. Always a chance to compete for league titles is definitely a chance for going to the playoffs. Beaumont is a really, really great team. This is actually the first time I've ever coached some club players, and I got some really solid club players. Owen is an amazing player, all-around player, plays front row, back row, and with some really good supporting cast, we can go somewhere. We can go somewhere. We're actually just a mixture of sophomores and seniors, club players and guys that have played their first year, believe it or not. So us gelling as a team, having more communication and really kind of trusting each other in knowing volleyball and where to be at where time and what we can actually do is going to be the key to our success.
All right, always good catching up with Coach Ariant. Now we go from the Citrus Belt League to the Ambassador League. The CBL is tough for boys volleyball, but so is the Ambassador League. There's some really good teams. ACA, Aquinas, Loma Linda Academy, Woodcrest Christian is probably the team to beat right now in that league, but there was a critical match between Aquinas and Loma Linda Academy. The Falcons and the Roadrunners going head-to-head in this one. First set, Ethan Tu. The kill there for the Falcons, and then later, LLA responds. Owen Bello with the big-time kill right down the line for Loma Linda Academy. Then it's going to be Aquinas' Dylan Pito setting up Tu there for the point. He had another monster match like he does every single game. Here he is. Tu just dumps it over the would-be blocker there for the point. And then here comes Tu again, flying up and drops it in for another score. He's fired up about it. He would have a big match, 24 kills against Loma Linda Academy. And then it's going to be LLA fighting back. It's going to be the point there for Josh Rye from Loma Linda Academy. And then Braden Park with another score there for the Roadrunners. Aquinas would answer Jaron Huleza. And that would put the Falcons up by 5 in the opening set. But Loma Linda Academy would storm back to make that first set very interesting. Bello right down the line. Nice touch there. And then Bello this time, they're going to set him up, and he's going to knock it down. That one with some authority behind it. On the other side of the net, Aquinas, Pito, the pass over to Tu. Talk about some strength behind that swing. The big-time point there by Tu. And then on the other side, Bello is going to set it deep into the corner. That's going to fall in for another Roadrunners point. So Aquinas, they need a score. They go to Huleza again. That makes it 18-16. Aquinas up, but again, this was far from being done. It's going to be Tu again. The big left-handed swing there drops the hammer, and that's another score for Aquinas. Huleza had 15 kills in the match for Aquinas. There's one of them right there, feeling it. Nice point there for the Aquinas Falcons. They were down, though, 24-22, so the Roadrunners came back. They had match point, but the Falcons would fight it off. When they need a point, they go back to Tu. He's got it right there. And then here comes Tu again, coming up with a timely kill. Wow, straight down for Tu. Tu's going to come up with a jump serve ace to close out the first. Aquinas wins the first frame 28-26. They would win in 3 sets to 1. 25-27, 25-15, and 27-25. So 3 sets to 1. Aquinas improves to 9-7 overall, 3-1 in the Ambassador League. Big road win for the Aquinas boys volleyball team. When we come back, we got college basketball, March Madness, and the County Clash here on Sports Weekly on IEMG.